Hey everyone, this is Troy from TROYPOINT.com, and in this video I will show you how to get the updated release of Wolf Launcher on your Android TV or Google TV streaming device. You will see that I currently have Wolf Launcher installed on my Onn Google TV 4K streaming box right here. I'm going to go into it and show you that there are some features that aren't working properly on newer devices because it's no longer being updated by the developer. Now, if I go into Launcher Settings, Sections, Applications, one feature that I like to use is sorting the various sections within the launcher. And you're going to notice when I click sorting, nothing happens. And right there, it's locked up. I can't do anything. I'm pushing my up and down button on the remote and it won't move. Back button got me out of it. I'm going to try pushing the orientation button. Same thing, it's locked up. So unfortunately, there's features like this that are no longer working. Many people don't realize that Wolf Launcher was just a fork of ATV Launcher and was specifically modded to work on the Amazon Fire TV stick. Sweenwolf, the developer of Wolf Launcher, decided to cease development due to personal reasons. Thankfully, the developer of ATV Launcher released an update in May of 2023 that fixed those bugs, and all the features should work on updated Android TV and Google TV systems now. So, our updated Wolf Launcher is really ATV Launcher, and you will see it's exactly the same here shortly. I'm going to show you how to get it going on your Android TV or Google TV box in this video. Before I get started, be sure to get my free secret App Store guide that will show you how to get thousands of apps not available within Google Play Store. This is the reason why Android TV and Google TV devices are so popular. To get my free guide, simply click the link in the video description or scan this QR code with the camera app on your phone or tablet, fill out the form, and the guide will be sent to your email inbox immediately. Okay, the first thing I want to do now is uninstall Wolf Launcher. So I'm going to move up, go into Settings, Apps, Wolf Launcher, uninstall. Back to the home screen. Okay, next I'm going to go back into Settings, hover over System, go into About, and I want to enable developer options. So to do that, I'm going to highlight Build, and I'm going to click that 7 times. It says you are now a developer. Back button on my remote. Developer options will be in this menu item here. So I'm going to highlight that, move over to the right, and I want to enable USB debugging. Click OK. Now, something else that I always do when enabling developer options is move down, and I change all 3 of these to 0.5. It just makes it faster. Moving between screens and menus load faster as well. Okay, that's done. Back to the home screen. Now I need to install 2 applications from Google Play Store. I'm going to click Search for Apps and Games. First one is ATV Launcher. Okay, you're going to see now there are 2 versions. One is the standard free version, but it's lacking a ton of features. And the other is the Pro release, which costs only $2.99. And you can use it on all of your Android TV, Google TV devices. It's well worth the money, in my opinion, and it supports the developer. So hopefully we continue to get updates when new Android TV builds are pushed out. Now, I have already purchased ATV Launcher Pro. I'm going to go ahead and click this, and I'm going to click Install. If you haven't already purchased it, there's going to be an option for you to buy on this screen. Please note that this is not a promotion in any way. There is no relationship with the developer of ATV Launcher. This is simply my favorite launcher for Android TV and Google TV devices. I'm going to click Install. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to click the back button, click Search for Apps and Games, and now I'm going to install the free downloader app. Many of you may already have this installed
on your device? If so, skip this step.
Sorry, downloader isn't available.
Now, this is a bug that we see quite often. Even though downloader is in Google Play on this device, it's showing that it isn't. So what I'm going to do is hold down on the microphone button on my remote and tell it to open Google Play Store. Open Google Play Store.
Sure.
And now when I move up, hover over search, come down, and search for downloader here, it shows up. And you may encounter this with other applications as well that you know are available within Google Play Store, but they show that they are not when searching from that other screen. I'm going to click downloader, click install. I'm going to open it. We must click allow right here. Click OK. I'm going to push the up button on my remote to put the cursor in the URL box. Click the select button on my remote, and I'm going to type in the code 250931. Hit the enter button. And this is going to load the TROYPOINT toolbox that will allow us to install free applications not available within Google Play Store. For you Firestick users, you can also use this on your Fire TV devices. Now, once I land on here, I want to mark this as a favorite because I do use this on a frequent basis. There's dozens of applications in here. I'm going to hold down on my select button for a few seconds. Click add current page to favorites. Back button to get rid of the keyboard. Move down, save. Now in the future, when I come here, all I have to do is click favorites, TROYPOINT toolbox. And I don't have to wait for the 5-second load screen with the ads. Okay, I'm going to scroll down until I find Launcher Manager for Android TV. And here it is right here. Now, there's also one for Fire TV devices. You do not want this. You want to choose this one right here. I'm going to click download. Okay, we need to turn on unknown apps for the downloader app. So I'm going to click settings. Hover over downloader, click the select button on my remote, and then the install prompt will pop up. Now, if you don't see the install prompt on your device, you may need to click the back button to go back into the downloader app and then install. I'm going to click install. I'm going to click done. Back button on my remote to go back. And again, for those of you who didn't get the install prompt before, if you click your back button, you will get it here. So just go ahead and click install. Since mine is already installed, I can now delete the installation file. There's no need to leave this on my Google TV streaming device. Delete again. Okay, I'm done with the TROYPOINT toolbox. I'm going to click my home button, go back to the home screen, and here are the apps we just installed. Launcher Manager and ATV Launcher Pro. Now I need to make ATV Launcher Pro the default launcher. We want to get rid of all of this crap here. So I'm going to go into Launcher Manager and I'm going to click Enable Custom Launcher. Click the check box by clicking the select button on my remote and then click Allow. And then you're going to see there it says Current Launcher, ATV Launcher. I'm going to click my home button on my remote now. And ATV Launcher loads. And as I said earlier, you will see this is the exact same application as Wolf Launcher, but it's updated and it's now working on the newer Android TV, Google TV devices. Let's just make sure that that is true. I'm going to hold down on the select button of my remote to get to the ATV Launcher menu. Go into Launcher Settings, Sections, Applications, and now let's try sorting on this new release. I like sorting by most used. It puts the most used applications at the front of the list, and that worked. And that worked as well. So as you can see here, everything is working the way it should. Now I will go through some of my favorite tips and tricks for ATV Launcher Pro. Now if you push your up button on your remote a few times to ensure that you're at the top and then click the OK or select button on your remote, you're going to notice we can choose various widgets here. Now, unfortunately, on my device, I'm getting widget binding failure. Please refer to my other video that I have created that shows how to fix this problem. I will link to that in the video description. So in this video, I'm not going to go over widgets, but you can add widgets. One of my favorite is the Surfshark VPN widget because it sits at the top and it tells us whether or not the VPN is connected. But for now, I'm going to hide the widget area. So to do that, I'm going to hold down on the select button of my remote, go into Launcher Settings, Sections, Widgets, and we can uncheck Show Section. Okay, now what I'd like to do is create a new section on this home screen called Favorites. You can create as many sections as you want. Maybe you want to categorize your live TV apps, your video on demand apps, music apps, whatever. You can do that with this following procedure. I'm going to hold down on my select button of my remote. It doesn't matter which app you're hovering over. I'm going to go into Manage Sections, move down, Add Section, and I'm going to call this Favorites. Click the back button to get rid of the keyboard, move down, click Apply. Okay, I want to put this at the top of this list, so I'm going to highlight Favorites, and you'll notice when I press my left and right buttons, it gives me the opportunity to choose one of those icons. I want to choose the one with the up and down arrows. Now I'm going to push up on my remote control, put this at the top, press my select button to drop it into place, move down, click Close. We now have a section at the top called Favorites. Let's add some applications to that section. Obviously, I want Surfshark VPN at the top. I'm going to highlight that, hold down on the select button, move to Section, and I'm going to choose Favorites. Okay, one bug that is in this current release that we're seeing is that Favorites is cut off. So hopefully the developer will push out a release that fixes that problem. I'm going to show you a little trick that you can do until this is fixed. You can completely just get rid of that Favorites label. I'm going to hold down on the select button of my remote, go into Launcher Settings, Sections, Favorites, and I'm going to get rid of Show Title. So as you can see, this has a lot of powerful features that you can tweak. You can make this user interface exactly how you want it. And I'll add a few more shortcuts to that section. I don't have a lot of applications installed on this device just yet. Got that one up there. I'll put Google Play Store up there. Let's say I want to rearrange these shortcuts here. All I need to do is hold down on the select button of my remote for a few seconds, click Move, and then use the arrows on the remote to drop it into place. Click the select button on my remote, and it gets placed permanently. Now, again, if you remember on this section here, these are sorting by most frequently used. So if I try to move this, you're going to see here, section sorting is currently set to most used. Do you want to switch it to manual? So if I did want to rearrange those on my own, I could switch it back to manual. Now, something else you can do is create folders. We've got a lot of applications down here. Maybe you would like to put some of these into folders. Let's say we want to get rid of some of these system applications, or we want to file those away so they're not taking up so much space. Again, it doesn't matter which shortcut you highlight. Hold down on the select button, create folder, and I'm going to call this System Apps. Back button to get rid of the keyboard. Now you will see we can password protect this folder. This is great if you have some applications that you don't want your kids getting into. Simply click this, enter a password, and every time you come into this folder, you're going to be prompted to input that password. I'm going to click Apply, and here's the folder. And as you can see here, it's currently empty. You can add applications to a folder using Move to Folder menu option. So let's add some of these system apps into that folder. Move to Folder, System Apps. Google Play Games, I never use that, so we might as well move it. This is an application that comes by default on the device. And there we go. We've cleaned it up and gotten rid of the system applications. Now, something else you can do with these shortcuts is change their size and layout. If you click Configure, you'll notice there's different options here for how these shortcuts appear. You can make rounded corners. Another nice feature is the ability to quickly uninstall applications right from this screen. Simply hold down on your select button for a few seconds and then click uninstall. Now, we put the system applications into this folder right here. We can also hide these. So if we didn't put these into the folder, let's say we want to hide the Netflix application completely. All I need to do is long press that, go into Launcher Settings, Hidden Apps, and we can choose which applications we want to completely hide. I'm going to choose Netflix, and you're going to see there, it completely disappears. Now you can come back in here and uncheck these if you want them to be displayed again, as you can see there. Since we're in here, a few other things we can do. Status bar at the top, we can completely get rid of that. We can change the color, get rid of the clock, date, network icon. So you can see here we can customize pretty much everything on that main row. Now, one thing I wish we could do is get rid of the ATV Launcher logo, especially the fact that we purchased the Pro version. You'd think we would be able to do that. Again, hopefully that's a feature that could be added in the future. Backup and restore, you can actually back up your current settings and then apply those to a different Android TV, Google TV system. So you don't have to go through all this setup. You can just take this with you and apply it to a new device. You can also change the wallpaper. Click Allow. You can use a browser on your device, download some wallpaper into one of these folders, and then go into that folder and retrieve the background. Let's give this a shot. So I'm going to open TV Bro browser. This is an application I have installed directly through the Google Play Store. Okay, I'm going to move up to the address bar, and I'm going to type in TROYPOINT.com/BG. That will take us to a popular wallpaper page where we can download those. I'm going to hit the search icon. Scroll down. Let me go ahead and exit out of this here. You can see there's all kinds of backgrounds that we can download on this page here. I'm going to go into this one right here. Click free download. It says download started. And I didn't see exactly where that will be saved. More than likely, that's going to go into the download folder on the device. We'll figure that out here in a little bit. Okay, I'm assuming it's downloaded, so I'm going to go back by clicking my home button. Let's try to load that background. Hold down on the select button, Launcher Settings, Wallpaper, select Wallpaper. I'm going to click Internal Storage, and there it is. I'm going to choose that. It says Installing Wallpaper, and there it is. Okay, maybe you don't want to go through all that to get a background. I do have a TROYPOINT background that you can install much easier. I'm going to open Downloader, move up, click the Select button to open the keyboard, and I'm going to type in TROYPOINT.com/WolfBG. TROYPOINT.com/WolfBG. Hit the enter button. It says it has been downloaded to SD card downloader. So we're going to click done. You don't want to open this. There's nothing to open because it's not an application. Back to the home screen. Hold down on the select button of the remote. Back into launcher settings, wallpaper. Select wallpaper. And we want to go into this one here, downloader. Now I want to go back up a few folders just in case you're doing this from the start. So you go into internal storage, download, downloader, and there it is. I'm going to click that, installing wallpaper, and there we are. Next, I want to show you how we can get into the Android TV or Google TV settings on this streaming device. So all you have to do is hold down on the select button for a few seconds, go into Android settings, and you're going to see we're right back where we were. Press the left button to go back to the main settings screen, or for those of you who have a different layout on your settings screen, just click your back button to get back to the previous screen. Again, it brings you into where you last left off in the settings menu. But you can get to everything that you would typically get to within the default user interface. Something else that's very nice about using a launcher like this is we can go directly into Google Play Store without dealing with that irritating bug. We have a direct link right into Google Play. And the last thing I want to leave you with is how we can switch back to the default Android TV Google TV Launcher. Now, many people have all kinds of problems with this because they don't follow this specific procedure. You don't want to just come in here and start deleting Launcher Manager or deleting the launcher itself. The first thing you want to do is go into Launcher Manager, and all you're going to do is click Disable Custom Launcher. And you'll see there it says current launcher is now Google TV. Hit the home button on the remote, and we're back to the default launcher. Now, if you're never going to use a third-party launcher again, what I would suggest doing then is uninstalling both Launcher Manager and ATV Launcher Pro or whatever third-party launcher you are using. But again, you first must switch back to the default launcher with Launcher Manager. Guys, thank you very much for watching this video. As you can see here, this is a very powerful launcher with tons of customizations. Again, only $2.99. You can install it on all of your Android TV, Google TV devices, and we're supporting the developer. And let's hope that this continues to be updated for future versions of Android TV and Google TV, and maybe there's going to be some additional features added as well. Please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon to be notified whenever I release new videos like this in the future. As always, have an awesome day, and thanks for following TroyPoint.